can never show my face again. Hello, my name is Gabby. Welcome back to Gabby's Vintage. Today I've asked my followers to submit their family photos, and I'm gonna guess purely based on what they're wearing how old I think the photo is. Now, here's the thing. So fashion is so like, you know, cyclical, but also it's a slow transition. So sometimes people are wearing things that look older or more traditional. I feel confident in my ability to get within like a 10-year maybe age thing, but I'm gonna go for a year. I'm gonna try to be as specific as I can possibly be, and in that case I feel like I'm gonna be wrong. This was up for like 12 hours and I have a whopping 23 submissions. I'm so excited. And I want to make it clear, I have not looked to see what the dates are. I'm not cheating. Play along with me, see how many you can get. That could be kind of fun. I'm gonna scoot over so you can see. Okay, first one I have is from Kathy. Right off the bat, looks like it's a wedding. The women are in these very formal dresses. It looks like this one on the right is wearing a bolero jacket, very 1950s. I'm actually gonna guess earlier 50s as opposed to later. I'm just getting a 1953 vibe. The year is 1956. Dang it. This one was submitted by my aunt, my great aunt, my grandma's sister, Corey. This one is more modern. Oh, these are my two great aunts. I mean, it's giving 90s, right? I'm gonna guess 1995. The year is 1997. That was really close. Okay, I'm gonna say if I get within a plus or minus 2 or 3 years, I'm gonna count that as a win. This was a win. Oh, this one comes to us from Anime Fart. Okay, cutie patooties. I love this photo. Okay, we've got a few hints here. Those white shoes are making me suspicious. 80s or 90s. Okay, the baggy t-shirt is like, we're in a more casual era. Maybe it's because it's 2024. I'm gonna go with 1994, Ricky. Okay, Ricky had two. This is the second one. Yeah, absolutely no doubts about it. This has to be 90s. 1990s! Okay. Love it, Anime Fart. Next, we have Anna. I wish I wore this. Y'all, look at that permed hair, the pearls, the blue iridescent lace. This is 1984, no doubts about it. I always guess 4. Why do I guess 4? Oh, and here's another one. This one is a little bit more difficult. I'm gonna guess it's a little bit later, maybe 90s. The sweetheart neckline, I love that. I wish I knew more about men's fashion, but it's a really pretty dress and it looks like it could be older. It's like one of those 80s does 40s or, you know, 90s does 50s. When I say that, by the way, I just mean that it was made in the 90s, but it like emulates a style from the 50s. Again, with the curly hair, but it's a little more tame. I'm gonna go 93 on that one. Oh, but they look 84 and 92. Dang it. Okay, the one with two people, 93. I changed it the last second. Her mom at prom in 1987. Did I get that? 3 years. Okay. Ken. My neighbor Ken. Give me a sec. If you hear Ken in the background, don't mind him, okay? He's just mowing. This is the ideal time to do so. It's like right out the window. Okay, whatever. Ignore it. And in case you're going, Gabby, how did you do that amazing editing thing? I made a commitment to myself to try to learn more about video editing because I do everything on my own and I want my stuff to be high quality. So I decided to take some classes over on Skillshare, who happen to be our sponsors for today. Skillshare is the largest online community of creatives, made by creatives for creatives by a bunch of industry professionals over like practically every topic you could imagine. There's classes on sewing techniques and on history and on illustration and fashion, so many different things. I like that they have like artistry in mind as I'm learning, and you can go from being a complete beginner, not knowing anything about something, to feeling pretty confident and being a little bit of a pro in a matter of hours. And they have this thing called learning paths, which are sequential videos which you can watch as you get better and literally watch your progress from the point in which you begin to the point in which you end, like reaching a goal. And I think they're super cool. I took this class on editing. I also saw that they have some classes on sewing. They have something by the Bernadette Banner, which, oh my gosh, she's an icon here on YouTube, about historical sewing techniques. There's a really exciting class on the history of color that I am just getting into with some fascinating information. I like that there's so many different skills and classes to choose from. I can dabble in a lot of different areas. And you too can join Skillshare. I have a very special thing going on. The first 500 people to sign up using my link will get 1 month premium completely for free. So if you wanted to try it out, that is the perfect way to do it. All right, let's see what else we have. This is Boyd. Okay, one look at this and we know what this is, right? Okay, so first things first, graphic tee becomes incredibly popular, especially with denim high-waisted pants on the left there. The glasses, the vest, the dagger collars, all incredibly emblematic of the 70s. What part of the 70s? I'm going to guess the later 70s. This is 77. This is 1977. It's 1974. Literally can walk. Kylie! Oh my goodness gracious. Beautiful. The high collar, very emblematic of the early 1900s. That big hat. The pigeon breast was popular in the earlier era, and then things started to get more column-like around 1908. But I think this is earlier, so I'm gonna guess. I'm not great at this. Someone's gonna correct me and go, this is so obvious from blah, 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 blah. I think 1906? 1900s. We're gonna start rapid firing these. Oh! Okay, I have questions. The lady on the bike has this flannel, totally 40s or 50s in my opinion. She's protecting her hair. You would have gone to get your hair done at the salon maybe once a week. You would have wanted to protect it when you were on things like a convertible, a motorcycle, if you were out in the rain. So totally 40s, 50s. Again, I don't really know much about men's fashion. We'll go 1946. Oh, she has another one. I gotta look at both. Ah! She's so cute! Like some sort of a uniform, a maid uniform it looks like, and he's in those high-waisted pants, which I do know are like classic 40s for men. Maybe around the same time. First one's 1946, second one is 1947? 1943. Gina! See? This is where my ignorance shows. Everything I've learned has been about Western fashion because I've learned it from my grandma's experience. But as soon as we have non-Western fashion, I struggle because I do not know as much, and I'm very interested in learning more, but it will probably be wrong. So I will say, the woman in the background wearing that black dress gives 1910s to me, maybe later 10s, but what he's wearing seems later than that. I'm gonna guess 1922. Terribly wrong. Between 1947 and 1955. Gina, I would love to know more about that. Elizabeth, she sent this in an email and she said that she thinks she can stump me because she hasn't seen me talk about Japanese fashion before. My guess is 1933, based purely on the envelope clutch, because I know that that became popular around the 30s. Again, something I would love to know more about. I reached out to her. I'm gonna leave what she says the year is right here. Grace, go off. She has this scarf around her head, and in the 1910s, before a lot of women had sort of gained the courage to properly bob their hair like a la 1920s, they would kind of pull it back into like a fake bun and then like tie their hair up so it looked kind of like it was bobbed. That kind of looks like maybe what she's doing. That string of pearls or whatever that little jewelry is, along with the thing that gives it away for me, is that higher waist, the like tunic style, super emblematic of the 1910s with the sailor collar. I'm gonna go 1914. Editing Gabby to step in and say I meant to say 1918, but I'm still gonna count it as wrong. Oh, it is 1920s. Okay, so wrong. Babkins. Oh, what a cute baby. I don't know baby clothes. I don't remember when I was a baby. 99. 1968, I was moving close. I don't know anything about babies. This is a number of them. I love that this person cropped out the head. They said, you were getting nothing based on hair and makeup. You said outfits. It is 70s to me. Everything is a pendulum, right? So 60s was all about the minis, as teeny tiny as you could get. And then 70s swung back in the opposite direction. I'm gonna guess 77. Y'all, literally imagine the people who wore this. It is so cool. I understand why people want this style to come back. Those striped pants on the left are so cool. I think this is earlier actually. I think this is like 73-ish. Oh, this is a bit harder. It looks like a capri or cigarette pant, so I'm thinking 50s or 60s. That floral top to me is more 60s. 50s was more about accentuating your waist. 60s was more about creating a boxy shape. I think it's earlier 60s, so I'm gonna go with 61 or 62. Photo of the blue skirt, 70s. Photo of the men and uncles, 60s. Dang it! Photo of a woman in the pattern shirt is 60s. This one was submitted by Pauline. Oh my gosh, the lipstick, the fur, it looks like a mink or fox or something. Okay, so that would make me think 30s, but I'm gonna go with 40s. My gut is saying 43. No, 46, 1946. Dang it! 1964, Soviet Union. Her grandma was 21 years old in this photo. This is from Nimue. Wow, this is an entire family, it looks like. This makes me smile so much. I love it. I could just stare at this photo. Wow. I'm also trying to stall because I don't know. I think 1910s. The way that her hair is on the right is kind of that bob thing we were talking about. They're big hats. Maybe 1912? Stop it! I swear I'm not looking, you guys. I got a lot wrong, okay? I've only got a few more, y'all. This one is from Grace. Oh, what a handsome sailor. It's kind of hard to say. I'm gonna guess 1910s as well. Probably World War I. 1915 maybe? I can never show my face again. It's World War II. 1943. Look, I said I don't know anything about men, okay? Oh, there's a lot here. Okay, buckle up, friends. We've got a bunch. This is from Abdullah. Wow! Okay, 60s, right? He's gotta be 60s. He looks like a cool professor. 60s. Oh, but this feels earlier. No, I think it's 60s. Oh, the cars could help me, but I'm not judging based on that. I'm judging based on the outfits. Late 50s, early 60s. My guess will be 1960. 1960s? This is by Chris. Oh, little babies. 80s. 90s? 90s. I guess 95. 90-ish. Okay. My camera fell. Okay. This next one comes to us from Julie. So she sent me this a while back, so I think I might remember what the date is, but also these women are dressed almost exactly like my great aunt Lily when she was married in 1917. So this is Lily, this is Julie's picture. It's 1917. I kind of feel like that's a cheat. I'm not even gonna count that one. This is the final one that we are gonna do. What a beautiful, beautiful photo. 60s. Late 50s? Late 50s. 40s? Okay, give me a second. I'm having a crisis. 50s, 40s ladies really loved to do their hair. In the 60s, it strayed a little bit. But that more has to do with the fact that people were young and stopped caring. However, like the older generation continued to do that kind of thing. So I really want to say 60s because of her glasses, but I'm gonna go with 54. This one's very sweet. I actually think this is even earlier. Those leg of mutton sleeves make me think 1890s, which I don't know anything about. So 1895. Okay, Kylie, this one serves. This one eats. That hat gotta be 1908, right? Gotta be. It's gotta be. Wait, Kylie, you didn't say. You have to tell me. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna email her right now. I'll put right here if I was right. This is how many I got right. This is how many I got wrong. That was really fun. Those are harder than I expected them to be. But I would love to hear what you want to see here. Like I said, I'm trying to take this more seriously. So please let me know in the comments what you enjoy, what you don't. And also, I have this whole series over on my Substack where I research my followers' vintage pieces. And then I bring any of the information I found back to them. I show them how I would style it. We have a little interview. It's really sweet and fun. So if you have something you want to submit, you can do that at the link that is going to be in the description. And thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Bye.